Hi YouTube, welcome to July's Plan with me. For July I'm starting a brand new book. I'm moving from a Leuchtturm 1917 to a Scribbles That Matter Pro. I'm going to review the differences between the two books as I go, and I'll be comparing them and saying which I like best. Yeah, that's pretty much it. So we're going to get into it. Hopefully this isn't going to be chronically long, but it is a brand new book, so we're going to go from there. Okay, I hope you enjoy it. Okay, so I'm going to use W.H. Smith's coloured pencils. This is different. I'm also going to use my Faber-Castell Pitt Artist pen in the extra small. If you've watched my previous Plan With Me videos, you know that this is pretty much my go-to pen. I'm having a practice with this style of bubble comic lettering. I downloaded the sheet from Llama Love Lettering Facebook page. I'm determined to make it work. Here I am drawing out my future log for the next 6 months. I only really need the next 6 months because my last journal lasted about 6 months, and I'm hoping this one will as well. It'd be quite cool to start a new journal in the new year, really. Just rubbing out all the pencil, make it look a bit neater. So my theme for July is going to be The Wizard of Oz. I don't do a huge theme every week, so I try to make my monthly page look as good as possible. This is the first time I've done a double spread for the monthly page, so I was quite excited about it. Here is the rainbow. Okay, so my phone overheated and cut the camera off, so I literally stopped where I was, which was in the middle of drawing the witch's hat. I edited the first part of the video up to here, did the hyperspeed and all of that lot, pieced the voice, the intro onto it. I also drew in the boxes for July. If you're interested, each box is 6 cells wide by 7 cells high. You know, they're just boxes with the numbers. Okay, one starts here, it then goes through each week like this, Monday to Sunday, and then I did 30 and 31 up here because I didn't want to have to put an extra line down here. I also made a cup of tea, so you know, that was all I did. Okay, so we're now ready to continue onwards. I will keep an eye on my recording. My phone is up there and I'm beaming to my Apple TV over there. So yeah, let's just keep going. If it goes again, I will stop and we'll just have to keep piecing bits together, and hopefully I'll have a nice smooth video at the end of it. So yeah, here we go. Yeah, so the only decoration I really do is my mood tracker, and for this month I'm probably going to do things like emeralds or maybe a pair of slippers or something like that. I'm really not sure what I'm going to do. I'll get to that when I start doing my Plan With Me weeklies, but I just don't have room to do a nice big fancy picture or major decoration in on it, so there we go. Right, we're now moving into my monthly calendar. This is for the month of July, obviously. And I wanted to decorate this too, although I don't normally. So I've added in Toto in the top left corner, one of the flying monkeys down in the bottom left corner. And then across the middle, I've put in the 4 main characters. You've got the Tin Man, then the Scarecrow, then Dorothy, and finally on the right-hand side, the Cowardly Lion. I didn't want to make them too intricate because my drawings are quite small here. I'm used to drawing quite big. I'm not very good, so, you know. I had fun drawing this. It was good fun. Something a bit different. Okay, So I stopped colouring in, or I stopped recording while I was colouring in, because I figured you guys didn't really need to see all of that. And I did a little bit more off camera because it was literally just very basic stuff that I was doing. So I'm going to flick through what we covered so far. So we've covered the very front page in my book with my name and the date that I've started it. Then the future log. Oh, if you're interested in this lettering, by the way, you need to go on to the Llamas Love Lettering Facebook group. And this is it here. And I think you look for 2.12 in the files, and there's that sheet, and there's a load of worksheets, practice sheets to download. I was going to have a go at them, but I've just literally been copying that. So, you know, I'm going to stick that in my collections journal and have it there as reference. So this is what I ended up with. I'm quite pleased with it. It's my first go with colouring pencils. As I said, I got them from W.H. Smith's. Thoughts? Well, I don't know, on the camera it probably looks good, but up close, there's like, it's not solid. It looks really messy, and I couldn't make it any clearer than that. You know, you can see bits of the page coming through, and it might, especially on the house, I mean, look at that, that looks awful. It might just be the pencils I was using. I really don't know. So I'm not going to use them again. And also I had the troubles when I turned the page, it had shadowed onto this page, and I ended up going around with the eraser, rubbing it all out, and then I coloured this page. And when I went back, I had, you know, bits had come through from the other page, so I had to rub all that out as well. So, you know, no, what a pain in the ass. So here is my monthly page for July. Toto, One of the Flying Monkeys. There you've got the Tin Man, Scarecrow, Dorothy and the Lion. If you're wondering why that is pink, you need to go and check out my colour coding videos. But quick explanation is simply because this week is pink. Okay, and I colour code in the month which week I'm doing, and as this week is this colour, and the 1st of July is in this week, is the end of this week, I stuck that up there just to remind me that it is in my previous journal. So after that, there will now be my weekly pages. Okay, I've set aside the correct number of pages for that, and each week I will draw in my trackers and my tracker and my mood tracker. Like this. I mean, this month I did presents and all of that lot. There is my tracker, and at the bottom I write my gratitude, just to show you last week, because that's finished now. See, like that. And then I colour it in. And so what I will do is I've set aside enough weekly pages for July. So there will be 1, 2, 3, 4 double spreads. And you probably can't see it, but I've actually just lightly written on in pencil what week is which. And then at the end of all that, I've got my mood key here, which I'm going to fill in for you today. And on this side will go my challenge prompts for the challenges that I do. I usually do 2 lettering and 2 drawing challenges each month. This is going to be my measurements page. I basically filled that in. I used a stencil. This I got from Oops-a-Daisy on Etsy. It's okay. It's a bit flimsier than I would like. I would have liked it a bit thicker, especially these bits, because they move quite a lot. But yeah, there you go. Pardon me. Yeah, so I used a stencil for that. I drew in the dreads because, you know, dreadies. I drew in the dreads myself. And yeah, I've just filled it in. I'll write a title across the top. And then I might do a fancy journal page, or I might literally just start my journal. And my journal, sorry, grab my book again. My journal basically consists of what has happened this day and my challenges. Okay, like for example, this was yesterday's. I didn't fill this in yesterday because I had a migraine. I went to bed early, so I still need to write in yesterday's challenge. But I do things like stick photos in, and the challenge for Saturday and Sunday with Bert and Ernie. some writing, a wheelbarrow and a garden shed. So, you know, that's the kind of thing that I do now at the moment, but I will do a flip through for June to show you how that works. I might do that in a minute actually. So we need to get on. I need to tie my hair up so it doesn't get in the way. And yeah, we are now going to fill in the mood key and colour it in. I've got some pens here, my Tombow pens. And I figured that because it was the Emerald City, I would try and get in as many shades of green as I could. Now, there are a couple of bluey greeny shades in there, and they're very, very similar to each other, and that's Tombow 373 and 443. So I am going to try and split those in a minute. I haven't quite decided what to do. I'll have to look at my swatch and go from there. I've also got a red, which I thought would be good for the ruby slippers. That will be happy. Okay, so right, let's get started. As per usual, I'm using a Faber-Castell Pitt Artist pen in the extra small. Okay, let's go. Right, there you go. Now I have my product key, my mood key, sorry, all ready to go. So I've got happy, product as in productive, I didn't have room, as in, well, it's an okay day, I suppose. Average, so average, everyday, normal, regular ass day, as it's called. Sad, pissed off, tired, and icky. I write the number of the pens there. You can't see that very well. Let me bring that in a little bit closer. So that is 856 443 228 177 373 126 312, sorry, and 346, just in case you want to know what the colours are. I'll try and remember to stick them down in the, you know, down there. Actually, hang on, so that I do remember. There you go. Tombow colours used, and I'll try and remember to put that in the description. So, I also said I was going to compare the two books, the Leuchtturm and the Scribbles That Matter Pro. I like the Scribbles That Matter so far. The paper is a lot smoother than the Leuchtturm. Let me just grab mine. Let's get to a blanket page. This is the Leuchtturm and this is the Scribbles That Matter. Now, the Scribbles That Matter looks ever so slightly lighter in colour. Okay, the numbers are a bit bolder in the corner. There are only 201 pages. Wow. There are 240 something in this one, 248 in the Leuchtturm. So that's quite a shock. But yeah, I mean, the paper feels nicer. The pencil where I've used it has erased a lot easier and doesn't seem to have left so much shadowing or residue. There doesn't seem to be as much shadowing as there is in the Leuchtturm, but obviously I can't tell that because I haven't used my paints or any of my fine liners in here yet, other than the Pitt Artist pen, so it'd be interesting to see how that comes out. In the Leuchtturm, there are 38 squares down by 26 wide. In the Scribbles That Matter, there are 37 squares down and 26 wide. It might well be because there is a bit of a bigger border, because the books are exactly the same size, but there seems to be more of a border on the Scribbles That Matter than there is on the Leuchtturm, which might account for the extra row of dots at the top, maybe, I don't know. Excuse me sniffing, I've got hay fever. The cover feels nice, it feels quite soft. I didn't really sort of, that just feels like a regular book cover. This feels more leathery. So there you go. Right, this is my setup for July. I will set up the first full week of July in a separate video. So, you know, feel free to come along and have a look at that. I'm sorry that some of it was done off camera, but really, you did not want to sit and watch me scribble this. It felt like it went on for about 2 hours and my hand hurt. So it really wasn't that interesting to watch. But, you know, if you think that maybe, you know, more expensive, better quality pencils will do what I want, which is give me that solid look rather than this kiddie scribbled look, you know, leave me some recommendations down in the comments. My daughter has Faber-Castells, but she won't let me borrow them. And I've seen somebody on Instagram use, are they polychromos or something? And they look magnificent. But I don't want to shell out all that money for pencils if I don't actually like them. So, you know, hey, if you've got any that you want me to try, you know, let me know and you can send me some. I'm up for freebies, always. That's my monthly spread. I really like how they turned out. I was really, really pleased with them. Toto and my monkey. Then I'll have my weekly pages in here. Then you've got my mood key. My challenge prompts will go here. So it's literally just I download the ones that I want and then I stick them in. Hang on, and I will show you. Like this. Okay, they'll be stuck in like that. So it will look like this basically when it's finished. But instead of presents, I've done crystals. Because, you know, Emerald City. Got it, haven't you? And then after that, I put in a measurements page for myself because I'm going back on my diet because, you know, I failed miserably on that so far. And then my journal for July will start after this. I really didn't realise there were that fewer pages. I'm quite upset about that. It's like, wow, I'm going to run out of pages in this before. That's got a pen test page at the back. That's quite good. And a mindfulness. Flip through this journal from the first to the last, see all the scribbles, a mirror to your past. What have you learned? How have you grown? Reflect and ponder when you are alone. Oh, that's quite good. That's nice. I like that. But yeah, I'm stunned at how fewer pages there are. But the quality of the paper just feels so nice. It does feel different to the Leuchtturm. It feels really, really nice. So there you go. That is my setup for July and my comparison / review of the Scribbles That Matter Pro. This is the lavender colour, I think, lavender or lilac, something like that. I have got another one, it's purple with a green band, I think, but I haven't started that one yet. Yeah, so if there is anything else you want to know, I hope you enjoyed this video. Any comments, queries or suggestions, please leave them down below. I do try to respond to every comment left, even if it's just with a little heart when you say, you know, oh, excellent or shit video, you know, whichever, I will respond to it. I'd be honoured if you'd subscribe to my channel, and if you hit the little bell down there, you'll be notified when I upload more videos. Thank you so much for watching. Bye.